Hi, I'm April, and I am the creator behind Heart into Art. And it's dawned on me that I probably haven't taken any big moments to try to connect what Heart into Art is even all about. This business, this jewelry business that I started, kind of stepped out on hope and faith on, was actually started or prompted after my dad died. I've always been a very creative person. I love making things for people. I love art. I love design. I love kind of making things. I'm not the best artist. I don't have that super niche for that particular talent. So I'm not like, I don't draw or sketch or anything like that. I doodle, but I don't draw or sketch or anything like that. Um, After my dad died, I wanted to make something for my mom, her first birthday after my dad. I made a resin gift, and I also made one for another close friend who had a birthday 1 or 2 days, like around that time. I wanted to make something special and kind of discovered resin. And from there, I also looked into you could use resin to make jewelry, polymer clay. I'm behind the whole trend where most people really got their big niches during COVID, where those are things that they were doing, making some really cool things and kicking off these great business starts while from home. I wish I was that cool. I am in the medical profession and I was not furloughed, thank God, and I was busy working. Another portion of how this thing started, my dad passed. Wanted to start making these jewelry. I love making gifts for people. I was also going through grad school, and just the making things was very cathartic for me, and I love it. I also love making things and giving gifts. There's nothing more exciting than making something with intention, with heart behind it, and giving it to somebody that you care about, somebody that you know, to show how special. I'm that kind of whole ADHD world where your giving of yourself is kind of reflected in I'm a giver. I don't know if I said I'm in the medical profession, so part of my whole being is about serving, helping people, giving back, and doing those things, and people connection. And so a lot of what I do is there's so many hours of obsessing over trying to make something look as best as I can do it to give to somebody to just see their reaction. And what I mean by that is there are some pieces that I I just can't wait to use Instagram to discover like who's going to find these pieces and love them and use them. Um, for instance, this piece right here, and I probably should have been more prepared and taken them out of the wrapping, but I did not because this was a spur of the moment. Let's go ahead and just try to be honest and talk to people because I like talking to people. These were made. They're actually on my site, but I just can't wait for the girl who's gonna come in and go, look, these earrings make my life and the style, and they love them. I'm always interested when we go to shows and sell things and get to meet people one-on-one, to hand them things to look at, like who did I make this for? I will probably get on later and tell a very God with intention story that happened to me the other day about a piece that I just thought was just so imperfect and almost a discard, and how it actually ended up making somebody's day. There were tears shed, and so you just never understand the power of connection with people. um, Makai Holly was gracious enough to take one of my pieces and give me a nice shout out for like the real flower earrings. She was really sweet to do that. That just made my day. It made my day that she liked them and I got to just do that. These are like a pair of some of the flower earrings. There are some faith. Oh, wait, let me show. There's some little shell earrings. I mean, like, who's going to pick these up? I can't wait to see, like, who is the girl who's just going to be all over these earrings and use them and take them. You know, nothing is, some of the pattern is duplication, but every earring is unique. And I don't make tons and tons of the same things, so they're not copy based. So really, literally, whatever you pick up is going to be a unique piece that you picked and obviously was made for you because you got them. There are a few of my faith things, and I will have to go one day and go over why I feel like these are so important. Yes, faith is important, but just in particular, why I felt like wearing the word, having certain sayings, Bible verses and things can give you strength because there's power in that word. And if you have certain anxieties, social anxieties, you have things that make you nervous, you have ADHD, just certain things that just make you feel unraveled. I am a very tactile person. I like to have reminders and just something that has something with Christ or something spiritual on it, spiritual in the way of Christ, or a piece with some scripture makes me feel grounded. I see patients, and I have always had like in a pocket or something, just a little bit of some scripture. It's not a talisman. It's really meant to be a reminder, so that when you're going through all of this crazy world, that there are some things that stand still. Know that there is a God. The world is bigger than us, and just to think about that we are all connected. That's a whole other tangent that I'm not gonna go off into. I wanted to just see if I could just do a quick little blurb. I'm not going to do any big edits for this. I don't even know if anybody will really see this, but God is with intention, and what's supposed to happen will happen, and if things go the way they're supposed to. So I implore you to take a time and look at our Etsy store, look at my Instagram. I'm a terrible business starter because I don't even have all of the beautiful pieces that I make in or up, because I'm finding out that this takes a whole heck of a lot more work, and I wish that I had an assistant, and that assistant could be somebody that I clone in myself by way of, to put these pieces up, because I just think they're so awesome. And maybe everybody doesn't love my awesome pieces, but in a whole world of like 8 billion people, I'm sure that there has to be somebody out there that will love these pieces and give it a new life and a new home. And again, let's just see where they go. A lot of my pieces have real flowers in them, real shells, have been taken from old clothes, upscaled. I just think they're just glorious. Like, you just give it some life, give it some pizzazz, give it a look over,